It looks like everything is live. Good evening, welcome. And the game works too. Perfect. Good evening, everybody. Today, an unusual stream, more or less, because usually I don't stream on Saturday. Actually, I had planned to do the stream yesterday on Friday, but I was too busy with other stuff, therefore I'm doing it today. And that is a role quest. Yes, I still have not done all the role quests. Melee DPS being one of them. And the second one is the physical ranged that I haven't done yet. I will do one today. Depending on how long it will take, I might tackle the other, but it's not a given. That would then be a next week's theme to then finally lead to the finale of the role quests. I have done the tank role quest first, followed by magical ranged and healers. I have done those 3 already, but the 2 physical ones are still left. They are quite fun, those role quests. They are funny little tidbits. I think they are also meant, as the main scenario quests, they are meant to just be a bit lighter in tone compared to what we had in Endwalker and in Shadowbringers. However, I do feel a bit sad about the role quests, that they show or tell so many great stories about different places and different cultures all around Tural that we just can't go there, at least not yet, maybe never. That is quite sad, quite sad part about these role quests. But still we get to experience at least a tiny fraction of that. But who knows, maybe one day, different expansion or different patch, we will actually be able to go to these places. But for now, the role quests have to do it. So then, as I mentioned today, physical melee DPS. While the thumbnail, at least right now, the thumbnail still, or for the live stream, the thumbnail still shows me as a Dragoon. I'm not really that great at Dragoon. I'm slightly better equipped with Viper, therefore I will do it as a Viper. But please don't judge my poor Viper skills, I'm not used to play that one too well. It should be enough for the role quest, they're not too difficult. They have some fighting, but not a whole lot in there, so I should be okay. But yeah, please, I'm sorry if it will feel weird or look weird what I will do during the fights. I'm just not used to playing Viper very much. And you will see what I will do for the physical range. So then, Shashepia, what do you have for me? The Hunter and the Hunted. Shashepia seeks an adventurer who likes getting up close and personal. Right into a cutscene, okay. Hello there, I take it you've spoken with Brukevu, willing to lend a hand? Yeah, let's do this. I'm truly grateful. And allow me to introduce myself. I am Shashepia and I have traveled far from my village in the forests of Shaktural in search of a brave soul to help us retrieve our stolen treasure. The same story as always, or as with the last 3. For generations have my people watched over the Dreamweave cocoon, the vessel in which the power of the swallowtail Tural Vidral is sealed. Before its ascension, the swallowtail warded off would-be predators by assuming the form of more threatening butterflies, poisonous ones and the like, through its skill at mimicry. So it survived day after day, summer after summer, until the dawn of its great new existence. What am I reading today? It became capable of taking on the form of any creature which crossed its path. This fearsome power was sealed within the cocoon, and any who possesses it command the self-same abilities. Indeed, the wielder, too, may assume the form of any manner of beast or man they have beheld. Not bad. Yet this mimicry is not limited to merely physical form. No, the wielder may replicate the talents and abilities of their target, so long as such actions fall within their ken, that is. I mean, this sounds an awful lot like Blue Mage, or Bloomagery. In an instant, they may become a master of the hunt, a twin-blade-wielding viper, or a savage brax with claws and fangs to gut whomsoever they please. By the way, I don't know how to pronounce those words. They are beyond my abilities. It is this power which has protected my village from the predators of the forest. For though it grants many boons, the forest contains threats in equal measure. By donning the skins of its most formidable beasts, we've kept ourselves safe for generations. Without the cocoon, my village's very survival is at risk. That is why we have sent our foremost hunters, Itoka, I think that's an I, Itoka, to ensure it is reclaimed. She has never failed to capture her quarry, so I thought she would make short work of this ordeal. Yet there has been no word from her. I fear this may be a hunt she cannot undertake alone. It is for that reason I wish to enlist the aid of one familiar with the land beyond the Great Sea, and one whose prowess in close quarters would complement her expertise with the bow. One of the villagers ran into the thief before he fled, and said he intended to use the cocoon's power in Kugane, which I understand is the name of a large settlement located far, far to the east. Please, for the sake of my home, set out for this eastern habitation and assist Itoka with retrieving the cocoon. Yeah, leave it to me. I have free teleportation. What's it called? Coupons. Your willingness to aid is most reassuring. You have my heartfelt thanks. Upon arriving in the eastern lands, search for a Viera woman carrying a bow and dressed in similar attire to myself. If you visit a tavern like this one, I dare say you may find someone who has seen her. Sure, let's go. I'm a bit surprised though. Before this expansion, we have seen absolutely no one, or seemingly no one, coming from Tural over to Eorzea, and now they suddenly have the ability to go wherever they so please. It's slightly weird. Just slightly. Okay. It seems to be over here. Have you seen someone? Welcome to the Shiokaze Hostery. How may I serve you? Have you seen a Viera woman? You're searching for someone. As a matter of fact, I do distinctly remember seeing a Viera woman of that description earlier. I'm afraid I could not tell you where she may be now. Anything else? My deepest apologies that I could not assist you further. Okay. What about you? Last from Tural, was it? Sorry, can't help you. That reminds me though, I heard Tural has its own local variety of spirits called mezcal. I've been meaning to taste it myself for an age now, but you've no idea how hard it is to get one's hands on a bottle of it here. Tell me, have you had a taste of mezcal before, or yourself? Can you describe its flavor, smell, texture? And can be merciful, I must have a cup. I actually did have mezcal before in Mexico. Quite nice. I hadn't had one over here in Europe. I know it exists, you can buy it, but it's too expensive for me. A Vieran woman bearing a bow. Why yes, I do recall such a person. It was hard not to notice her, really, given how she was appearing at every little thing. If she came from the distant lands to the west, no doubt Kugane is quite an unusual sight for her. With any luck, she'll still be where I saw her, in the vicinity of the Sekisegumi barracks. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. He may have had something else to tell, but I left a bit too early. I mean, it's just up there, but let's... Yeah, it probably isn't even faster that way. Itoka-esque woman. Yeah, that seems to be her. Let's see. The city is simply too large for me to cover alone. Perhaps it's time I returned home. Can I try to do her accent? They are very difficult to do. At least for me they are very difficult to do. I think it's somehow Icelandic, or akin to Icelandic, the way they do it in 14. And this city is simply too large for... No, I can't do it. Let's just keep it as it is. I'm not gonna... don't want to offend anyone. Itoka? Let's do that one. Yes, I am she, and you are? I'm here to help you. I see. Sheshepia was always a worrywart. Won't deny I appreciate the help, though. Ascertaining the whereabouts of the cocoon has been no easy task. I managed to secure room and board in this lodging after arriving in Kugane, and have been using it as a base to track down the thief ever since. I'll tell you all I know. According to an eyewitness from my village, the thief is a middle-aged Hurrian male. That's all we have to go on regarding his appearance. Great. Yet so long as he possesses the cocoon, he can be anyone and anything. An elderly woman traipsing along the streets, a child throwing a ball, maybe even the dog chasing after it. Truth be told, I was high at wit's end trying to find him. That is, until I discovered that a series of unusual squabbles have been occurring around the city. After investigating these incidents, I found one commonality. The instigator in each case invariably had no recollection of the incident, let alone of inciting it. What's more, eerie accounts have begun to circulate amongst the residents. Some folk claim they've somehow been seen in two places at once. Based on all this, I believe the thief's been using the Dreamweave cocoon to transform into innocent innocent and spread discord throughout the city. Stands to reason we can find him by following the trail of chaos left in his wake, no? And yet, even should we apprehend him, in whatever form he's hidden himself within, there's nothing to stop him from feigning ignorance. Besides a secret remedy, of course. The recipe for an elixir which can forcibly remove the cocoon's enchantment has been passed down in my village for emergencies like this. I made sure to prepare a few vials before making the voyage here. I need simply throw the solution at the suspects and the cocoon's weave of mimicry will unfurl on the spot. That covers everything. Now what say we see if there's any trouble afoot? The thief will undoubtedly not be far from it. Let me know when you're ready. We'll catch him together. Okay. I mean, I am ready. Ready to set off then? Perfect. I say we begin our search within the markets. I recall a great number of people gathering in the Rakusa district, I believe it was called. Oh, okay. Here we go. And good thing you can now teleport with her, although there are things along the way, actually. Rare are the days my people leave the shelters and bounty found beneath the forest's spots. I was speechless when I first laid eyes on Tuliolal, a city with as many people as trees in the forest. Gane is no less dense. To think that all of this was wrought by mortal hands, remarkable. Now, people have ever lived in harmony with nature, but that doesn't mean we condemn the way of those who choose otherwise. In fact, in the brief time I've been exposed to settlements like this, I've come to see such places have their merits too. That they have. Wait, there's a path right here. Let's see if we can spot something. Look, you thieving whoreson, I told you this isn't enough. I guess there is trouble afoot. But sir, that cannot be right. I'm sure I gave you your charge in full. Enough, hand over my money or I'll take it by force. Let's keep watching. But isn't it obvious? No one gets so worked up over a handful of coins unless they are looking for trouble. Review yourself, villain. Doesn't seem to be him. What in the blazes do you think you're doing? Oh, sorry, very sorry. Oh dear. A thousand apologies, sir. I bravely miscalculated your change. I will return what you are owed immediately. I beg your forgiveness. So this one was false alert, maybe? And now it starts raining. Great. The weather hasn't been good in the game today. My apologies for the disturbance. How dreadfully embarrassing. Well, a hunter doesn't quite quit after a single arrow missed its mark. Best not to dwell on what's done and instead focus on our next course of action. Let's see how things fare on Koganedori. Let's go. I think that's the market over there, okay. And there is another spot. I can't believe how possibly vast it is. My jaw dropped when I first saw it. I could hardly fathom where the horizon ended and the sea began. Before arriving in Paliola, I'd imagined the sea to be merely a larger, saltier body of water than the lake back home. There we would race from shore to shore to attempt the same here. To attempt the same here, I fear, would have fatal results. Yeah. And you? How are you doing today, Rana? Oh, man, aren't you a sight for sore eye? Anything new? Nope, not yet. I do miss the stories they used to do. I mean, that one was the class quest, but still. Nice camera work there. I'll cut you down where you stand, you lecherous lummox. Whatever a lummox is. What is going on here? The big bloke yonder allegedly laid his hands on that grizzled fellow's woman. Raiders may come to blows. Calm yourself, man. I have not done what she claims. You dare add insult to injury by calling her a liar? Ignore him. I told you that pig defiled me. Cut him down this instant. There is no truth to her words. Wherefore does she spout such rubbish? Come, give me strength. Cut the bloody brute down already. Yes, not less than your head shall serve as penance for your crimes. Very well, let my blade prove my innocence. Yeah, she is suspicious. It's her, right? Yep. Oh, a ninja. And suddenly we have one with a mustache. That's nice. Was that really necessary? No matter, I was growing wary of this pretty farce. It's time I moved on to bigger and better things. Oh. So you can mimic animals as well. Oh, no, you don't. Let's see how good she is with the bow. I mean, she's great at throwing. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Lucky. That was quite lucky. Back to eating. Yeah. Now the humor comes out. Just got away. My bow is more out of tune than I realized. And yeah, now it's nighttime suddenly. And there seems to be the real woman. Sweetheart. Is it really you? Oh, thank the come, you're safe. I found her lying unconscious in a nearby alleyway. She could only vaguely recall being attacked from behind before losing consciousness. The villain knocked her out before assuming her visage in a ploy to deceive her husband. I fell for deception like a complete and utter fool. I do not even know how to begin to make amends. There are no amends to be made, you simply acted as any husband would. Due to your involvement, this matter was resolved without bloodshed. The Seikisei-gumi, thank you. It is regrettable, however, that the villain managed to escape. A criminal who can change their shape at will is exceedingly dangerous. Know that the Seikisei-gumi will alert the populace to this menace and remain vigilant for any suspicious activity in the city. Yeah, it's good that they actually saw him. That will be helpful. Now let's return to my lodgings. I'd like to go over where we stand with our elusive query. Why go over it? We just witnessed everything. Oh well. Let's head over there. The other teleport would probably have been closer. That's okay. As predicted, the thief has been using the cocoon's power of mimicry to incite conflict around the city. What he hopes to accomplish by doing so, however, is still unclear. And so as long as he has this power, our sole means of tracking him remains the havoc left in his wake. A tiring trial for any hunter, but I'm heartened to have a warrior like you beside me, as I dreaded. We'll catch him together, and when we do, we'll meet T out the justice he deserves, Mino. I mean, Itoga hasn't really seen what I can do yet. I was just standing there. But okay. And the next one already. The Sea of Blood. Good to see you, Mingno. For better or worse, I haven't heard about any unusual incidents in Kugane since our last alteration with Thief. I mean, it has been just a few seconds ago, but still. There may be a reason for that. Do you remember? Yeah, anyway. Do you remember when he claimed he was moving on to bigger and better things? If we are to catch him, we may have to expand the scope of our search beyond Kugane. Yet he traveled all the way from Tural to this eastern land for a reason, and I can't imagine he would go too far. Do you know of any other settlements nearby? Yeah, Ruby Sea is dotted with settlements. He was a ninja as well, so any ninja village. And people live out in those waters? They're so vast, where would he even begin? Yeah, there are a few. So the Bakufu has an outpost at the Ruby Price. That sounds like the perfect place to start. Let's make our way there and avail ourselves of the soldiers' intel. If anything out of the ordinary has occurred, no doubt they will be very aware of it, shall we? Let's go. Where exactly? There, okay. Then I can take that one. Ah, that nostalgic music. Well, this is unexpected. What brings you to the Ruby Prize? Disputes? Strange, you should ask. Not even a moon ago, the waters of the Ruby Sea were poisoned to turn a sanctuary shade. Sanguary? Not sure how to pronounce that one. I know what it means, but yeah. Please tell us everything. A Confederate skiff approached the Ruby Prize, I mean, same thing, without authorization, and its occupant began hurling insult after insult in an obvious attempt to provoke us. We did not succumb to their provocations, however. After warning the vessel we would fire it if they drew an ilm closer, they withdrew without a word. However, should they attempt to provoke us again, we will not display the same level of restraint, and the roar of our cannon shall signal their comrades to rally in full force. The waters will flow red. Of that there can be no doubt. Tensions run high, not like this has ever occurred. I see. Thank you for the information. Might we speak privately? Why? Shouldn't we tell what we know? Based on testimony just now, I gather there is an agreement in these waters that the Confederates are not to draw near the Ruby Prize, guarded as it is by Bakufu sentries. If that's the case, then as the soldiers stated, I can only conclude that the vessel earlier was attempting to incite a dispute between the two factions. Which fits the modus operandi of our quarry, wouldn't you say? Perhaps it was he who sailed here under the banner of the Confederates. Whatever the cause may be, we have nothing but conjecture. We'll need solid evidence before we can alert the soldiers here to this threat. I doubt they will heed our warnings otherwise. I mean, they would if I were to tell them, but... First, we need to verify if any members of the Confederacy actually approached Ruby Prize. Do you know where their base of operations can be found? I do know, but can you go there without a ship? Oh well. Sakazuki. Looks like it would be fastest for us to swim there. Yeah. Can you? Ah, I guess you can. Good. At least. That'll be handy. And we are already here. That's nice. What? Absolutely not. Not a one of my Confederate brothers and sisters would approach the Ruby Prize without authorization. Those cowardly Bakufu dogs must have concocted this baseless rumor to get a rise out of us. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what is happening, basically. Any of our comrades sailed the Ruby Prize recently? Nothing happening here, okay. What about you? The soldiers at the Ruby Prize said that, did they? Pardon my language, but that's a lot of shite. We have no interest in Hingan waters. If anything, I've seen their skiffs encroaching on our territory of late. If you ask me, they're the ones thirsty for blood. Yeah. So her intuition was pretty spot on. There you are, Mingno. Listen to what this person has to say. The situation is more grave than we thought. I'm thankful you came, and not a moment too soon. Captain Rajo ain't been acting himself, you see. Normally, where he goes, Tansui goes, but not today. He showed up just earlier by his lonesome and ordered us to gather as many heads as able to join him on the Isle of Beko to attend to some pressing business. Normally I would oblige the captain without any moment hesitation, but I had a feeling something weren't right, so I asked him what matter of business. We're gonna set Ruby Price ablaze, he says. A bloody Ruby Price. Tried speaking some sense into him, but he weren't a man to listen. Walked off saying he has no need of craven bastards like me. Look, I don't know what's gotten into the captain, but it can't be anything good. Please go to the Elf Beko and stop him and me comrades before it's too late. This Rancho acting strangely can't be a coincidence. We need to get to that island, and quickly. Do you know the way? I got it. We've got not a moment to waste. Yep, I know. Let's go. Thank you very much. Interesting that he uses this greeting too. Yeah. Para. I hear voices. Seems they've gathered up ahead. And another cutscene. Lots of cutscenes. And nothing to do yet, really. I mean, next to just reading. Those scum think they can encroach in our territory and get away with it. I'll be damned if we let them. Tonight we lay siege to Ruby Price and seize it for ourselves. But are you sure? If we do this, we won't just be starting a battle, we'll be starting a war. You've been acting strange, Captain. What's gotten into you? Silence. I didn't ask for your bloody opinion. Those lying dogs claimed it was us breaching the agreement. I say we give the bastards what they deserve. Yeah. You are not welcome here. Be gone if you value your lives. You're a terrible actor. There we go. And he's back. You saw through my disguise once again. Don't tell me you count even a pirate captain among your acquaintances. Actually, I do. What are you trying to accomplish? Why incite such conflict wherever you go? Why? Sorry to disappoint you, but contrary to the passage of the Unbounds, prattling about freeing the world from the tyranny of government, I have no grand designs. No, I wish merely for everyone to show their true faces. Folk love to put on airs of sophistication and virtue, but push them towards the edge and their masks slip off to reveal the monsters underneath. They'll go for their neighbor's jugular to save their own skin. You've seen it for yourself. It's quite a spectacle. And there he goes again. And the silly music is back. And still... Oh. And here he isn't safe. Or she. Damn it, the winds are too strong. I mean, it is possible right now that it is windy, but a man of 1,000 faces, it is a true menace indeed. We'll return to Onokoro forthwith to alert the captain. Rest assured, the Confederacy will be keeping a close watch over the Ruby Sea. I didn't think for a moment he was an imposter, and the lies he spouted about the Bakufu soldiers were enough to make my blood boil. To think what would have happened had you not been here to stop us. Kami bless you. Yeah, we were lucky. All he wants is to expose people's so-called true faces. That he would use the cocoon for such a petty cause, unthinkable. Let's return to Kagane for the time being. Okay, let's go back. For now. I wonder if we should train her aim slightly. But there is no time, as the next quest will happen right away. Damn it all, I can't believe that a bastard like that. Forgive me. I find myself more disgusted with that villain each time we see him. And to think all of this is driven by small-minded spite. From what I could gauge, he didn't fly towards Kugane during his escape. I believe he seeks a new settlement to terrorize. Now that the Confederacy and I are acquainted, I'll see if they can't help me sniff out his roost. No doubt, where there's smoke, he'll be there stoking the fire. And I suppose I'll use this period to tend to my bow. Next time my arrow will fly true. That's a good idea. But I won't really let you train too long, because next quest is already here. Who's who? Wonderful, you're here. Ever since the incident in the Ruby Sea, I've kept a line of communication with the Confederacy, and they just reported something you will be interested to hear. Apparently a man impersonating the distinguished Lord of Doma was recently exposed. One of the Lord's retainers saw through the pretender's facade while he was attempting to stir up trouble in the Doman enclave. The impostor then reportedly transformed into a hawk and fled. Clearly our quarry now nests in Doma. I would like to resume our hunt immediately, but I'm not sure where he may go after his failure in the enclave. Do any locations come to mind? There are a few around there, yeah. A town in Yangsha called Namai, you say? That sounds promising. The extent of your knowledge is truly remarkable, Mingna. Then without further ado, let us make our way there and see if the residents have noticed any unusual activity. Off to Namai. Have there been any quarrels of late? Why yes, actually. Just the other day, the two of us were at each other's throats over a persimmon. She was only supposed to eat half, but she went and gobbled the whole thing. In the end, she purchased this one by way of apology, so I let bygones be bygones. What's that? Isn't the sort of quarrel you're speaking of? I mean, could be. What about you? Trouble? None that I can think of. For a blessing, all has been peaceful. And where's the third one? Over here. And by the common grace, our quaint village has not seen strife since the Imperials were ousted. Sorry. There has been news, however, of a man impersonating Lord Hien at the Enclave. As I'm told, when Lord Hien voiced intentions to invade Nangsha, all present grew wary of the individual. All present, what am I saying? None more so than Lady Yugiri, who saw through the farce immediately. After he was exposed, the villain fled the scene with haste. Unfortunately, efforts to find him have not borne fruit. Lord Hien is no warmonger. We are fortunate indeed that Lady Yugiri was there to waft the impostor's efforts before they could gain momentum. Let's see. So it's been quiet here, it seems, at least so far. None of these residents I spoke with reported anything out of the ordinary. How did you fare? Same thing. Then it seems the villain is not here. Where might he have gone? Huh? What are you doing here? Oh, hey there. I don't remember the name, but for those that don't know, I'm really bad at remembering names. Don't hang your head like we're strangers. We met just moments ago, remember? You asked me how to reach the House of the Fierce. I mean, he looks suspiciously like one from the previous quest here in Namai, but I guess it's not that. Anyway, good grief, lad. You're lost, aren't you? I can understand your embarrassment, but I'll tell you the way again. Listen carefully now. Follow the descending path leading north out of the village until you see a small pond, then simply dive in and swim. The House of the Fierce will be on the other side. Could he have impersonated you this time? This doesn't bode well. We must hurry. Much obliged, sir. Well, let's go. To the House of the Fierce. Or the pathway here. Did you see someone like me? No. Doesn't seem to be the case. Just how far must we swim to reach this place? I dare say my days spent in the lakes back home are about to come in handy. It's not too far. Yep, there I am. Glasses and everything. My friends, it has come to my attention that the Khan of the Asim Steppes' mighty Oronir tribe conspires in the shadows to invade Doma. You must not give them the chance. Invasion would mean all-out war. There is only one solution. Under the cover of darkness, you must assassinate the Khan. The Han, if the K is silent. Only with his death can this crisis be averted. But you know that you are the Hun himself, right? I guess not. They grow wary? Perhaps I should observe my targets more carefully? With all due respect, these allegations must be brought before Lord Hien. It is imperative we receive his instruction before acting. That would be playing right into the Oronir's hands. After all, the impostor disguised as Lord Hien was but recently exposed. An Oronir spy, there can be no question. Yet the spy has fled, their whereabouts unknown. They could be anyone and anywhere, weaving new schemes even as we speak. Decisive actions must be taken, that is why I came to you. So the impersonation of Lord Hien was but a part of the Oronir's grand scheme? But why would those who fought alongside us for Domin's liberation conspire to invade? Forgive me, but you do not seem yourself, Ming now. Something isn't right. Because I'm desperate. A shadow looms over Doma, and only your help can... And only with your help can I cast away its dark pal. Please lend me your strength. Our honored friend Ming now risked life and limb to see Doma free, yet you address him with suspicion and doubt. If he says we must act first to prevent greater bloodshed, then we must act. It is true that he has never led us astray. Brothers and sisters, let us join hands with Ming now once more to drive back this shadow rising over Doma. Or not. And now they will see too. What's the meaning of this? It's that infernal Oronir spy. Quickly, kill him before he can escape. You sound nothing like me. Your charade ends here. That was too quick. It's you. So he knows him. Such persistent vermin. You're not getting away this time. Really? He's still getting away. Oh, fish. Trout? Are you truly the foremost hunter of your village? Yeah, let's go with that one. Pathetic. Oh, I'm still there. You're nothing like that other girl. What was her name? Ah yes, Toka. No? She was fearsome, that one, right up until the moment I drove my blade into her back. So she also needs to... Or is impersonating someone? What is this? Don't tell me you have been masquerading around as a Toka herself. After all, that would make you no better than me. Hiding behind the name of another won't erase the blame you bear for everything that happened. Ah, okay. I'm sorry. I swear I'll explain everything to you later. For now, we should apprise these men and women of the situation. I am not wrong. To think he can transform into anyone, a truly fearsome ability. I shall alert him to this threat immediately. Rest assured that all of Doma will be on alert. I was completely fooled. I have no words to express my shame. On speaking with you again, I realized that though the impostor assumed your guise, he had neither your spirit nor your grace. Forgive me, I will not fall for such a farce again. You seem to have recognized him. No? Not saying anything? Okay. Or will there be a follow-up cutscene? There is. Might I have a word? The man impersonating you earlier. I would recognize this face anywhere. Without a doubt, he is Zamidare, a childhood friend. Oh. You know him? Please, you must tell us everything. I have known Zamidare nearly my entire life. We learned the shinobi arts together, you see, roughly 25 years ago. We engaged in our first battle as a proud ninja defending Doma against the Empire's invasion. With every fiber in our body, we met their mighty magitech with nimble ninjutsu. As if moved by our resolve, the mighty Auspice and the guardian of Doma, Tama Mo Gozen, appeared on the field of battle to aid our cause. Oh. That one. Nice. Yet our efforts were for naught. The Empire's might fell upon Doma like a hammer, and we were crushed beneath their overwhelming force. The occupation began soon thereafter, and so too did my work for the Shadows. While I devoted myself to resisting the Empire in secret, Zamidare was conscripted to their army and forced to become an Imperial spy. I understand he served them well, fanning the flames of war in faraway lands through rumor and manipulation. Indeed, as far back as I can recall, Zamidare has ever excelled in the skill of subterfuge. It was only after the prisoner exchange that he returned to Doma at long last. But he was a changed man. He could find no joy or solace in the peace he once thought to secure for our nation. Instead, he sought to disturb it. War has taught me the truth of this world. Civility is but a facade, both to hide man's savagery, and I'll prove it here in dear Doma. The fool I am, I thought he was jesting. Only later, when I discovered the web of lies he had spun to turn folk against one another, did I realize he meant every word. I tried to confront him, but he fled Doma before I had a chance. Nevertheless, I searched for his home afterwards and discovered a missive from an organization called the Passage of the Unbound. I have it with me here. No. Dear illustrious Zamidare, we extend our deepest gratitude for your interest in joining the Passage of the Unbound. With each passing day, our secret order draws closer to its goals, and we shall require exceptional talent for what lies ahead. Bearing these needs in mind, we have decided to welcome you into the fold. To celebrate the start of an auspicious future together, we invite you to meet our colleagues in Tuliolal and have enclosed your ticket within. Yeah, we have seen this scene play out. Exceptional talent? Exceptional egos, more like. This Passage of the Unbound kept a watchful eye on nations far and wide to recruit cutthroats like Zamidare who only follow their own desires. Upon his arrival in Tural, Zamidare's ambitions guided him to my home, where he stole the Dreamweave cocoon and set out to use it for his own twisted ends. I'm afraid that appears to be the way of it. In all likelihood, it is the passage of the Unbound which alerted him to this Dreamweave Cocoon's existence. That's the word. Today, Samidare attempted to incite war between Doma and the Asim Steppe by wearing the face of our dearest ally, you. Your timely appearance prevented the worst from happening, but so long as he can alter his form and face at will, who can say what tomorrow may bring? His years as a secret operative may have made him a master at reading people. Should he decide to study his target before taking their form, I fear his schemes may not be discovered until it's already too late. Please be careful, and may the Kami bless and keep you. I should retitle this video Badly Reading Text on Screen. Attempting to find Samidare would be a fruitless endeavor. He could be any bird in the sky, or any beast roaming the wild. Let's return to Kugane. I'll reveal everything to you there. I promise. Why do you have to go back? Can we just not stay here? Or are we already in Kugane? No, we are not. There we go. So, who are you really? Her sister, probably? I'm grateful for your help today. Once again, I let our prey slip away. The only silver lining is that we know who he is now. But more importantly, I apologize for deceiving you. As Samidare said, I'm not the greatest hunter of my home. I'm not Itoka. I'm Kuyuki. Kuyuki? Kuyuki? Maybe? Kuiki. How do I say this one? Kuyuki, I think I will call her. I'll hail from the same village as Itoka, and I too am a hunter. But only in name. You've seen my aim for yourself. Yet most shameful of all is that it's my fault the Dreamweave cocoon was stolen. Okay. Normally, it is enshrined in the deepest recess of our home. Only Toka had leave to wield it. The forest provides shelter and sustenance to many, and not all we share its bounty with are friendly. When great beasts threaten our home, the cocoon's power may be used to protect our lives. Yet I used it for my own foolish desires. I couldn't take any more. I was a hunter, yet I could barely catch prey large enough to feed myself. I was forced to wash clothes, prepare meals, and tune bows. Just once I wanted to be acknowledged. I wanted to feel pride. So I used the cocoon's power to transform myself into Itoka. With her dexterity and fitness, I finally caught prey befitting a true hunter. And as I carried my prize home, he appeared. I found him collapsed in the middle of a beaten path. I never had reason to mistrust someone before, so I approached to nurse his wounds. Yet the moment I drew close, he knocked the cocoon from my grasp and struck me unconscious. He was long gone by the time I awoke. I confessed my sins to the village elder, and in her boundless grace she forgave me, but I could not forgive myself. I left home that very eve in secret to pursue the thief, all the way to Kugane. After several days of fruitlessly scouring the city, who shall I see but Itoka? As our most exceptional hunter, It came as no surprise the elder had charged her with recovering the cocoon. She was astonished to see me, of course. I had told no one of my actions. I feared she would send me home, but when I expressed to her my shame, my anger, she consoled me and told me we would find the cocoon together. And I was certain we would, until the day that duplicitous bastard killed her. You appeared soon after her passing. I thought with someone as strong as you at my side, maybe, just maybe I could avenge her, so I lied. Like Samidare said, I'm not better than she is. I'm an imposter, but my desire to reclaim the cocoon is every bit as strong as Itoka's was. I'm so sorry for lying to you, Mingno. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me and continue to aid me in reclaiming the Dreamweave cocoon. We will speak afterwards. I have my suspicions, but I also have my faith in you, and it's been rewarded, slightly at least. Thank you. I know with you at my side I can keep my promise to Itoka. For now, I remain vigilant for any news regarding conflict in the region. Please do pay me a visit when you find a moment to spare. I'm counting on you. I'll be here right again, because the next quest will come right now. Let's see. Friendly music for once, and friendly weather. Mingna, I'm so relieved to see you. I thought you might resent me for lying to you, that you might refuse to lend me your help again. I would certainly be hard-pressed to reclaim the cocoon alone in this foreign land. I truly meant what I said before. I'm counting on you. Though I'm ashamed to admit it, when I first arrived here I was nearly swindled out of a heirloom by a talking catfish. I've been scouring the city for a shop to pawn my joker so I could secure room and board, you see. When the catfish approached me, claiming it would buy the necklace for a fair price, offered me a handful of coins that glittered like gold. I was about to accept the offer when Itoka appeared. In mere moments, she discerned that the catfish's currency was counterfeit, and ended the transaction there and then. She dragged me to the markets afterwards and found her own necklace to secure lodgings for the both of us. From the moment she arrived, Itoka took care of everything. What I'm trying to say is, I can't do anything on my own. I'm reckless and impulsive, and I'm just really glad to have you by my side. Oh? It's been some time, my friends. Pray forgive my sudden visit, but I come bearing urgent tidings. Now we spoke with you at the House of the Fierce. What brings you all this way? I was able to make contact with Samidare. I told him I was willing to make amends and join my oldest friend in exposing the lies in people's hearts. He responded most eagerly and bade me meet him in secret. Ah. Wait, really? Did he say where? Aye, Hell's Lit. I had a mind to lay an ambush for him, but on knowing the extent of the power he wields, I thought it best to seek help. And so I come here to beg your aid, Mingno. Your strength and valor are unequaled, and we cannot apprehend Samidare without you. We may never get another chance to catch him unaware like this. There is no time to lose. Wait, forgive me for speaking plain, Huntress, but I fear we would only be a hindrance to Mingna when The fighting begins. Let us go to Hills lit by Skiff and meet his after the villain is subdued. That's a bit weird. Oh, I take your point. You're right. Without us there to distract him, Mingno can focus wholeheartedly on the battle. Sorry, would you mind going... Would you mind going it alone? We'll be there as soon as we can. Okay, if you say so. I have a friend at Hell's Lit too that could help. And could battle? No? Again, slightly suspicious. But no one seems to notice that it's suspicious, except me. Needed something to drink. Hey, Fury. Long time no see. Now... I don't have to go down there, it's up here, okay. Ba, 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 ba. You see no sign of Samidare, perhaps Miss Laris further ahead? Maybe. Let's see. You still see no sign of Samidare, but feel an unsettling presence. Oh. Is he teaming up with them, I guess? Okay. Again, I haven't really played much Viper recently, so I'm sorry if my skill usage is looking a bit weird. Samidare is nowhere to be found. There is naught to do but await your companion's arrival. If they even come, that is. Hey, you alright? I came as soon as... Oh, is the battle over already? Where's Samidare? I was attacked, but not by Samidare. What? So, this was a trap? Wait, over there. Nothing. Yep. Good job. Thank you very much. Thank goodness I made it. After all the time I spent in that old Kojin's shell, convincing his underlings to attack you, my blade was mere ilms from the skin of your back, alas. A meticulous plan gone to waste. It seems I underestimated your strength and the failed hunter's tenacity. I dare say I'm outmatched, and no common beast I might mimic can stand against you. I must contemplate your depths with more care, more rigor. Look forward to our next meeting. Oh, well then. Thank you very much. Forgive me. I needed to catch my breath. Samidare's friend was the villain himself. As soon as the skiff made it to the open sea, he threw me overboard. I damn near had to swim like a fish to make it here in time. He's made me into a fool again. He waylaid me before using a similar ruse. By the time I figured out what, Itoka was already. I always wondered how a craven like Samidare was able to kill her, our greatest hunter, and now I know. And the leathery fist clenching. That was mine, by the way. When Itoka felt the blade in her back and turned to see the face of her killer, she saw me. Yeah. I'm glad I was able to prevent history from repeating itself. I don't want to lose you too. We should return to Kugane. Samidare may have planted more than one trap for us here. Let's go back to the place where he knows we might be. That's a good idea. Para. I think 2 more quests. I feared the worst as I rushed to reach you. The moment Samidare was in sight, I charged without thinking, which in retrospect was probably for the best. Had I tried to shoot him from afar with my bow, I might have missed, or worse yet, hit you instead. In any case, I'm just relieved you're safe. I promise to be more wary from now on, particularly of familiar faces. It hardly needs saying, but remember to keep your guard up as well. For now, I'll resume my efforts to gather information about Samidare's whereabouts. You'll be the first to know once I have a lead. And as far as I know, this time I will have to go back to Solyolal to get help from the other person that was there. I mean, usually at this point in the other quests that happened. Koiki seems to be on the edge. Imposter syndrome. Am I really me? Good to see you, Mingno. Or should I say Samidare? There's only one way to be sure. I need you to tell me something only you and I would know. When I used the cocoon to take on Itoka's form, what creature did I hunt? You never told me. It's really you. What a relief. Indeed, I never told you that my arrow struck with a great wild boar. A prize for any hunter. Samidare is the only one who ever saw it. Sorry for doubting you, but I could think of no better way to expose him if he had attempted to impersonate you again. I have to remain vigilant after all, even though no news of his plots has reached me as of late. From here to Yangsha, people are on alert for a many-faced alligator within their midst, and not even a stray cat is beyond scrutiny. While Samidare can no longer act so brazenly, I'm afraid this means his trail's gone cold. We also have another problem. When he pushed me into Ruby Sea, the remedy I carried was soaked in salt water. I'm afraid it's no longer effective. No doubt his plan from the start was to eliminate the one means we had of undoing the cocoon's mimicry. Without a disadvantage too great to ignore, which is why I intended to synthesize a new batch. I was just about to go procure the necessary ingredients from the supplier when you arrived. Why don't you join me? Sure. If they have the things here. Not here. Here. The market. He's nowhere to be seen. Okay. Not yet, at least. I've heard of such materials. Where are they found? Deep in the forest of Tural, land beyond the Great Sea and far, far to the west of here. Tural, I'm afraid. My supply chain does not extend quite that far. Yeah, it will be difficult to get them here. The things needed. Need me to go there? I feared as much. It doesn't help that the materials can only be harvested when the season is right. Even were I to return home now, I doubt I could find what we need. I have no choice but to give up the remedy. I'm sorry, now we're at the mercy of Samidare's cunning. Hello there, tell me. Have you any salves that might ease my aching back? Sir, this isn't apothecary. Apothecary. That's a weird word for me. Where are your spectacles? Oh yes, how could I forget? Oh, much better. Sometimes I forget that I'm as blind as a bat without these. Forgive me, Shirokashi. Wait, could it be that she needs glasses too? Excuse me, but those bits of glass covering your eyes help you see better? Well, yes. Are you unfamiliar with spectacles? I've seen folk wearing them before, but I always thought they were decorative, like my choker. I mean, I'm wearing glasses too, so tell me, where can I procure a pair of my own? Yamabuki is your man. He has a breadth of artisan contacts who will ensure you'll receive a pair fine-tuned to your specifications. You'll find his shop on this very street. I'll look for him, thank you. Yeah, he was just one off. Okay. I'm sorry, you must be completely bewildered. I thought a failure of a hunter like me would never be able to aid you in battle, but I've just come to realize there's hope yet, but let's not crowd this stall any longer. Care to join me over there? Sure. So I guess it's also her eyesight that's bad, like mine. Ever since I was a child, I've had trouble seeing things from afar. That's why my aim with the bow is so poor. I'm not fit to be a hunter. That was. It's only natural that chores like washing sheets and preparing meals fell to me. But I always yearned to be more. I've looked up to Itoka ever since I can remember. No matter how hard I tried, I simply couldn't give up on my dream. I had to be just like her. So I begged her to teach me everything she knew, from the basics of drawing a bow to precise aiming techniques that few hunters use. Yet despite all her efforts, my sight failed me where it counted most. All my life I thought it was simply how nature intended for me to be. I was content to accept my lot, But now that I know spectacles may improve my eyesight, I feel hope. If I could just try them, mayhap my arrows would fire true. I could join you in battle and maybe even strike down Samidare with my own arrow. I may have lost the remedy, but this would give us an element of surprise. So I have to try on spectacles for myself. Good idea. Alright, let's go meet this Yamabuki. Good idea. Or you could have mine. I also have trouble seeing the distance. Close is okay, close range, but the distance is a problem. I wondered what procuring a pair of spectacles entails. Just a lot of tests. A pair of spectacles it is. I can certainly get your order in the pipeline, but I'm afraid there'll be a wait. I'm fresh out of supplies, you see, and the next shipment isn't due for a number of weeks. Of course, if you're in a rush, you could roll up your sleeves and get the materials yourself. All you need is the glossy shell of an azure hawk's bill and a cluster of arulment quartz. Bring them here and my affiliates can begin work immediately. Who knows what scheme Samidare might contrive should we let drown our chase for weeks? Would you be willing to lend me a hand with procuring the materials? If we split up, we should be able to gather them in the blink of an eye. Quite eager pair, I see. In that case, I dare say you'll be able to negotiate with the Blue Kojin for a carpable of splendid quality. I visited Tamamizu during my investigations in the Ruby Sea. I'll handle the shell. Okay, I'll get the beak. That leaves you with the quartz, sorry. Arulment quartz. Pray look for a cavern near Shoal Rock in the Ruby Sea. Sprinkle some glittering gravel to lure a shoal Iwamushi from its lair within, and retrieve a cluster from its shell. Let's meet back here when we're finished. I mean, I can also go with the Blue Kojin. They know me very well. And look at that, some role-playing going on. That's Balmung for you. Whee! Yeah, that tower. Also one day we'll have to climb that one. First I need to get the Necromancer title. Or I want to get the Necromancer title first. Another thing I should go back to sooner or later. Was that it? Okay. In that case. Probably could have done it quicker with the other skills, but I completely forgot about them again. Only now remembered which button I should have pressed. But it's okay. Ah, you're the first to return. I trust you have the quartz in hand. Yep, there we go. Excellent. This will make for a fine pair of lenses. Now we only need to wait for your friend. I'm back. So exhausted? Sorry, I didn't mean to alarm you like that. I spoke with the guardian of the bluest plant, but soon learned that the hawksbill shells have been sparse of late. They were reluctant to part with a single one. I was able to wear them down though, until they proposed an exchange. If I dealt with the red guardian who had invaded their fishing grounds, they would spare a shell. I knew my bow would be useless, so I took a leaf out of Magnus' book and saw them close up and personal. As you can see, I took quite a beating, but so did they. I may be a little worse for wear, but the trouble was worth it. I shall have the shell as promised, and with it... I have the shell as promised, and with it, your associates can get started. Indeed they can. Let us first measure your eyesight. Then they can get to work. I actually should go and get my eyesight checked as well. I haven't done that for quite a while, and I know my glasses my prescription doesn't really fit too well anymore. This is incredible, everything is so vivid. Nice. Fits you. Good thing glasses render on Vieras. Why, I'm sure I could hit a bird over a horizon. Coming, now I want to fire some test shots at the sign over there. Hold on, that seems like a fun way to earn the ire of the Sekisegumi. Sekisegumi, that's the word. I'll prepare some targets for you, so let's move somewhere less crowded. Of course, thank you for going to the trouble. So then, let's see if she can hit stuff now. They even went as far as to animate that, okay. I mean, they didn't have to, but I'm happy they did. Bullseye on the first, good. That was the closest one, so... Slightly off, but still in the yellow. And last one. That's quite far, not gonna lie. Let's see. Not bad. I did it, I really did it. After all these years, my aim is true. When we find Samidare, he won't know what hit him. But he will know, an arrow, most probably. All this text behind me from roleplay. I don't know if I can properly describe this feeling to you. I mean, you don't have to, I know this feeling myself very well. After so long, I don't feel like someone pretending to be a hunter. Finally, I don't feel like a burden. As soon as I catch even a whiff of Samidare's trail, we stop him for good. When that moment arrives, please lend me your strength. For one last time, together we will retrieve the cocoon and return to my village. Oh, some alloy chili, nice. And then let's go, Hunter True. Yuki is eager to discuss newly developments with you. Let's go. Your timing could not have been more impeccable, Mino. A person claiming to be an acquaintance of yours stopped by just moments ago, wishing to have a word about Samidare, no less. They're presently waiting in my room, so give me just a moment, I'll bring them here. Okay. And of course that music. Oh! Hey Serena. You look well, Mingno. Forgive me for eschewing pleasantries, but there is an urgent matter I wish to discuss. Could it be her, or is it... Yeah, that's good. They are both okay. Can I remember what we bought? Or what we ate? Maybe if she tells me I will remember, but it's been so many years. 7 years, I think? Or more? Kinsai, as I recall. I had insufficient funds to purchase it myself, so you helped me gather whisper roots to trade for it instead. It would seem you two have grown wary of imposters. Then we can proceed straight into the heart of the matter. You appeared in Mol-Ilo a few days ago, claiming Hien had been driven to madness, that he was assembling an army in Doma with plans to conquer the Asim Steppe. For a blessing, we'd already received word from a Doman envoy that an alligator was mimicking others, and saw the ruse for what it was. Unfortunately, when we attempted to capture them, the impostor transformed into a sheep and disappeared among the bands grazing on the plains. When I informed our friends in Doma of the incident, I was told you have been using Kugani as a base to track down the predator, and thought it best I apprise you of this happening. Thank you very much. Samidare, he won't relent. His schemes won't end until we make them end. You may discover a clue as to his whereabouts in Reunion. If anyone in the steppe has seen him, that is where they will be. Now I must alert the other tribes of this threat. May the winds speed your way. Off to the Asim Steppe then. With any luck, someone in Reunion will have insights to offer. Let's go. And it's nighttime again. In the game, I mean. It is already night here. Yes, oui. Anything new? Conflict? Not besides the normal quarrels between tribes, certainly no disputes of the scale you speak of. But I have heard rumors that Magnai has been sneaking out of the Dawn Throne. Where could he be going, and to do what, I wonder? I mean, he's always up to something to find a woman. Maybe he finally found one. I doubt though. Someone stirring up trouble. A quarrel among the tribes is as common as the rising sun. Not a day goes by without it. Now, if you will excuse me, I have goods to sell. Kindly continue your inquiries elsewhere. Sure. And you? Conflict is forbidden in Reunion. This is known. As for my tribe, all is at peace. I heard a rumor of interest, however. It seems Magnai of the Oronir has been behaving strangely of late. Perhaps that is related to the matter you are investigating? Maybe. Ba, 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 ba. Were you able to learn anything of interest? Yeah, something. I've also heard rumors pertaining to this Magnai. One person even stated they saw him headed towards a place called Bardam's Metal not long ago. Mayhap this is the form Samidare has chosen to take on. Whatever the case may be, we'll find the answer at Bardam's Metal. We can't allow Samidare's depravity to go on any longer. Steel yourself for when next we face him. We're putting an end to all of this. Oh, I don't have to go up there. Good. Good, you're ready. Once the battle begins, there is no telling which form Samidare might take. An eminent warrior, a fearsome beast, or worse. He's also shown more scrupulous behavior in his preparations of late. Whatever his form, you would do best to assume that he has thoroughly studied its strength and will use them to full effect. Yet I'm not the feeble hunter I was before. Together with your martial might and my exacting eye, we will defeat him. At long last, Itoka shall have her vengeance, and my village shall see the cocoon returned. Let's go! I mean, these two meeting is suspicious anyway. Yeah, she is him. My beautiful bright sun, I will bask in your warmth till my flesh returns to the earth. Yeah, that's the real... Ask the feral Dokkan Rabbit. You speak these honeyed words to lure me into your cult only to slit my throat as I sleep. Ooh, I'm your Nama. Though we've had our disagreements in the past, I've come to understand my actions were born of love. Yet only now that I'm forced to wed do I realize this, despite my shame. I wish to confess my feelings before it's too late. Oh, is she forced to wed? Or is this a false claim as well? What? A Dothrali beast like you? To what? Hien of Doma. By becoming kin, he seeks to leverage the influence of the Dothral to claim dominion over the steppe. Yeah, that's a big ruse, okay. Hien would never. The Doman knows no shame. Very well, I will consider your proposal. Far-fetched though it may be, I cannot overlook the possibility that you are my Nama. But first we must gather our warriors. The Doman's impudence cannot go unpunished. We march for Doma come morrow's dawn. I want to go bottom one, that's not your moon. Just because it's much funnier. You, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? They are spies of Doma, come to squash any thought of resistance. You must kill them quickly. But he's the Han. Nice hit. Pretty strong hit. I hope he forgot everything that he saw. You two are quite persistent, the pair. I had hoped to strike at your backs from the shadows, but now you have forced my hand. I will select from my repertoire the greatest warriors I have witnessed, and use their strengths to give you the death you so crave. There we go. Silver Tongue Samidare. beginning with her. Yep, that's what I thought. That he would use her. Itoka. How dare you? When my arrow pierced your breast, Itoka will finally know peace. Let's go. And again, I'm sorry if my Viper skills will look bad. I haven't really played much Viper after leveling to 100, so let's just have fun. I'm taking back what you stole. Take it if you dare from the hands of Itoka herself. There we go. With this artifact, her magistry is mine to wield. I mean, it will... I can't really speed it up, even though if... even her command over beasts now come forth and swarm my foes. Even if I were to do a good quick battle, it wouldn't really change how long this fight will go, to be honest. Why do I have to go away? Don't hit me. There we go. Nice. Thanks for the healing. Changing shape, okay. Here we go. Ah. Why him? And now limited grace, coup de grace with that Dothrali devil. Ah, with her, okay. That was easy enough. Let's go ham. I will assume her form. Her? Who is her? Ah. Here we go. Ah. Box. Amamogo-sen. Box flare. What's that one? Not too bad. Roar. I should probably use this one once in a while. Ninefold curse. Okay. I shall drink deep of the ambient ether and then render you to ash. Let's see if I can even get one of them down. Yeah, looking good. One down. Another one down. And second until the third one should be dead, and it is good. Cannot stop him, okay. You survived? Yes, we did survive. That was bad English, I'm sorry. Another roar. It matters not. But it does. Why am I using that one? Don't need that one. Oh. It changed. I guess that was enough. I mean, the HP weren't too far down yet, so... Oh well. It's okay with me. No. And now back as a bird, and this time she will be able to hit him, hopefully. Oh. Slow motion. Here we go, come on. Got the wing. That pierced his lungs, I guess. Or maybe nothing, depending on how lucky he was. Well done. Let's go and get that artifact back. Itoka, it's finally done. I should have made a screenshot that looked quite nice, to be honest. What am I doing here? I feel as thought I have just woken from the strangest dream. Well, you see? This cowardly cur assaulted you from behind and knocked you unconscious. You have shown the sun's disgrace this day. You will feel his scorn impressed upon your flesh. You shall forget the warmth of his radiance in the shadows. Will you scream, yet none will hear? Prepare yourself. Good. Oh, she had it good. Death would have been too good of a fate for him. He deserves to spend the rest of his days feeling the weight of his crimes. Now we've honored Itoka's memory and reclaimed the cocoon. No words can express my gratitude. Ming now. I can finally go home. But my community awaits our foremost hunter's triumphant return. What expression will come over their faces when the village disgrace arrives instead? I don't know if I can bear to see. Don't worry. You have trained quite well to be suited as a replacement, I would say. Our journey to reclaim the dream weave cocoon has come to an end at long last. Would that I could return home in high spirits. As I recall, you said Shashepia is the one who requested your help, yes? Let us make the journey back to Tuliolal and report to her all that has happened. I mean, both Tuliolal and Tural are actually correct in this case. Off we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ah, you're back. We were able to retrieve the Dreamweave cocoon. We were, yes. Itoka isn't with you? No, I've never found her, to be honest. Kyuki, thanks goodness, you're alive. Long story short, everything's... I need to add a bleep button to my hotbar, to be honest. May her soul rest in the cocoon's embrace. I can't believe Itoka's gone. Yes, our village's greatest hunter is lost to us, while its greatest failure survives. Here, take the cocoon back to where it belongs, home. I have no right to return. Don't be ridiculous, you are a child of the forest. You are our dear sister. You can always come home. The entire village has been worried sick about you. We all saw how crestfallen you were, so when you suddenly disappeared, we feared you took your life. For 3 days and 3 nights we scoured land and water to find you. Yet look at you now, Kyuki. Not only are you hale and whole, but you have reclaimed the cocoon too. I'm sure that Itoka's spirit, hunting in the forests above, is smiling down at you with pride. As she would much rather you take up her mantle and protect the village than wallow in guilt over her death. Nothing escapes your gaze now, after all, isn't that right? Thank you, Shashepia. It's settled. You will return home with me, and finally our village can breathe a sigh of relief. And it would be remiss of me not to thank you properly, Mingno. For assisting Kyuki in reclaiming the Dreamweave cocoon, you may have my heartfelt gratitude. I was little more than a liar and a hypocrite when we first met. But during our time together I discovered that I'm so much more than that. That with the right tools, even I could become a hunter worthy of following in Itoka's footsteps. I'm truly grateful to you for helping me see to that. Or see that. Farewell for now, Mingno. I hope that one day our paths may cross again. And no rewards? Because, I mean, they are gone now, so... I guess not. Ah, I do get rewards, okay. But actually I don't know what I need. I'll get all of this. Oh, I thought it would be... You could select one, but I get all of them. Dreams woven anew. Another one done. Where are they down here? I think. Yep. And with that, one is left. A Hunter True, oh that's the title, nice. No, that's the quest I need to do, that's not the title. The title would be on the right. Now, one more. Before I can do that one. Sweet Justice, that's a nice title. And I will get a nice emote too. So yeah. There will be one more quest to be done. And if possible, I will do this next Friday. That's currently the plan. Do I have the schedule? No, I have not prepared the schedule. I only have this week's schedule in there, but let's see next week's schedule. I have already started preparing at least. Next week will be quite a busy week. Monday and Tuesday I'm off. Monday is always off because I have music rehearsal usually on Monday evenings, so no stream then. And Tuesday I have to work late, so also no stream possible. Which means the weekly reset will this time be late next week. Around the usual times on Wednesday, though, not on Tuesday. I hope it'll work out, because usually the re-clears, at least the re-clears of the Unreal Trial are quite difficult on Wednesday. Thursday will be offline, probably my workout day. I will see. And on Friday would be the role quests. The last one before the finale. The ranged physical. Saturday I'm offline again because, well, as you can read maybe on screen, I'm actually performing an in real life concert. As you know, music, a big part of my life. And yeah, this time it will be a concert from me actually. A drum concert. And on Sunday, a quick maps and music stream again, but only a short one because on around early lunchtime I will have to log off to again do another concert in the afternoon, get ready for the concert. So it will be only a short stream on next Sunday. But let's quickly switch to this week's schedule. There we go. So yeah, disregard the role quest on Friday, that didn't happen, it's now Saturday. I did do the house clean that as it stands there, but also the stream now. And tomorrow morning I will do the maps and music stream as I did the past few weeks. This time it will be Amareng. I'm not sure yet which side of Amareng I'm going to... Wait, which one is it? There we go. Which side of Amareng I'm going to map? If I will do the east or the west side? I would say the west side is more important. there are more hunts slightly wrong on the west side here. Or maybe I will be able to do the whole one, I'm not yet sure. We will see tomorrow morning which one I will do. Or how long I will be able to go on tomorrow. For now, this will be it. That was a nice quest line. Nothing too much to do in that quest line. The other ones, especially the tank one, was much more involved. Same with the healer ones. That one also had more to do. Black mage one was also quite simple, I would say. Let's see what the range physical will be like next week. Before then, the conclusion that we will get from her over here, I think, from Ral Majun, if I recall correctly. And maybe, I'm probably already have fixed it now with the last maintenance this week. As far as I have been told, there is a text issue in the English translation, so that will be probably gone by the time I will get to it, which is good. So it's actually beneficial that I am a bit behind. So yeah, next week, next and final role quest. Thank you all very much for tuning in. And until we meet again, maybe tomorrow morning, or then next week. Goodbye.